So, there are two types of people in this world, and you will notice these two kinds of people most in the beauty and barber industry. This episode, I share some old school wisdom that will help you determine who everyone is in your life, who to cut off, who to praise more, how to avoid them at all costs to preserve your mindset, energy, and flow. Are you ready? Are you a beauty or barber pro looking for that push to do that thing you've always wanted to do, whether it's in or out of the salon, spa, or shop? Are you tired of not feeling good enough, smart enough, skilled enough? Are you tired of not getting a handle on your mental health, boundaries, and insecurities? I'm Christine Sherwood, the BeautyPro coach, an internationally certified coach, a salon and spa owner, and your personal Jiminy Cricket. I use my own experiences, good and bad, as a salon owner to help you be more self-aware, authentic, and forward-thinking in your approach to life, in and out of the salon. It's time to reach your version of success with the Beauty Pro Coach podcast. Anyone who truly knows me knows I love a fabulous innuendo. But for today's episode, get your mind out of the gutter, baby, and into this episode. So, there's two kinds of people in the world. And these two types of people, you can absolutely see so much clearer in our industry. Working in the salon and spa since I was a kid has definitely shown me the true self of so many people, including my own. And if you really want to get to know someone, have them work in the salon in some kind of fashion. If you are dating, have them come in for a haircut or a blow dry. Like, make people come to you in your world of what you know best. You will be so surprised. I promise you that. So, just like the title of today's episode, are you a giver or a taker? And how can you tell? What determines this? Who is more successful? I want to tackle these questions. And so, first things first, are you a giver? Okay. Givers. These people are usually the ones who arrive to the salon and spa ready to go. They already know who's coming in, what they're going to sell them, and upsell them, and cross sell them. They have taken care of their own mindset and well being so they can help their team. So, in other words, they rested. They are always the one asking if they can help. Is there anything I can help you with? What do you want me to do? How can I help you? Like, they want to be able to make your life and everyone's life better. They are the ones trying to be prepared. And if they could read your mind, they would. And they would be 20 steps ahead of you because they know if the salon and spa runs smoothly, everyone, including themselves, they're going to make money. And they, as a human being, are going to get an amazing reputation. They are this way because they genuinely want to contribute and make a difference. These givers, ultimately, I feel, and I do believe this, they are the most successful because collaboration is just part of their DNA. They need to be told. They need to be like taken away of doing so much. Like, they need to be told to stop and go home. They're the ones that you're prying the shears and the products and the broom out of their hands so that they can go home and they can rest. These are also the people, these givers, they're the ones who burn out because they keep going and going and going and they don't stop. And they don't probably most likely have good time management. Okay? Is that you? Are you a giver? Let's find out. So the next is a taker. These folks, they are tricky, 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 tricky because they do give in the beginning, but then they retreat. They tell you, hold on, I'll help you, but let me just get this done first. They're the first to leave. And when they leave abruptly. Like everybody's having a good time and they're like, okay, bye. And you're like, what? Okay. They are not any kind of team player. Like they just don't. They're usually super negative, super confusing, probably complain the most and do the least. They are experts at making you think it's you, but it's totally them, you know? They are masters of manipulation, breadcrumbing, and gaslighting. And if you don't know what those terms are, send me a DM and I will tell you about it because it happens in business too. And if you're a stylist or an SD or a makeup artist and you are hearing what you do to your team, like if you are a taker, here's some advice, okay? Think of others more. Let go of your ego and live out the golden rule. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Okay? I promise you, it sounds exhausting, but it's totally worth it. You can do this. And so that brings me to the next question for today of who's more successful, givers or takers? Or maybe they're the people on the sidelines. Like, who is it? In my experience, the ones who get farther in their careers, in their lives, are the ones who absolutely, without a doubt, are passionate about their craft. And guess who that most likely is? That's the givers. Because they only want to create and the whole world could collapse around them, but they are so involved, living in their highest seventh energy that nothing matters. When they're surrounded with other passionate givers and everyone is doing the same thing, which is creating, inspiring, they're all in a flow. They all become six-figure stylists. They all, like, that's their take home pay. Okay. And many times they look back and they have no idea how they got there because they're just being kind, creating and collaborating. Like it's a beautiful thing. And I have experienced this a couple times in my life, not just in the beauty industry, but in different areas of my life. And when you're surrounded with people who all have the same goal, it's incredible, right? The givers are usually out in a, or not the givers, the takers are usually out and about complaining, sitting in a corner somewhere, rolling their eyes, doing something to waste time instead of getting out there and getting their dreams done, getting to their futures. So, what do you do when you discover the truth about yourself? Maybe you're listening, and several people come to mind on your teams that have these descriptions. Maybe you are the one that you know you need to change, or maybe you need to dial it back. Whatever the case, here's where honestly, like my life motto, which is my motto as the Beauty Pro coach, and it's the motto to my other podcast, which is the One Golden Truth podcast. It is that the truth will always set you free. It will set you free from debt, from bad relationships, poor money management, to whatever struggle you are facing. Like, being honest with yourself is always the first step to recovery. Yeah, baby. I just went there. We are in a state of recovery on the Beauty Pro podcast. Okay. We all have hurts and hangups and bad habits. And let me tell you, those things are takers. Okay. And then also, people who are takers, they're super insecure. They struggle with confidence. They have let their lives be engulfed in fear. And that's why they take, because they're trying to mask their fear instead of facing it. That's why they separate themselves from the group, or they prey on those quote unquote weak ones because they're takers. They're trying to life suck from the weak ones so that they can be strong. And that's not strength. You got to love those babies at a distance. Love the takers at a distance, because they have their own self discovery and their own lessons to learn that most likely they're running away from. So, does all of this info sound familiar? Did it hurt? Did it relieve you? I will beg you, okay, to send me a message on how today's episode affected you. Like, I want to know. I want you to send me a message on Instagram, email me, whatever it is, and reach out. And I want to go ahead and also say, I encourage you to enroll into one of my coaching programs. I have 2 coaching programs that I do, and one is a 3-month program. And in this program, it is whatever you are facing, whether that's bad relationships, friendships, relationships with your kids, it's business, it's your own, trying to find your own life purpose, your own strengths and weaknesses, whatever you are dealing with. That's my 3-month coaching program. I totally meet you where you are at. And let me tell you, I have coached MMA fighters, I have coached newlyweds, I have coached boy moms. Okay. I am a coach. I am an internationally certified coach before I am the Beauty Pro coach. So I help everybody. And so that's my 3-month coaching program. My 6-week intensive coaching program is completely, like, totally, it's fast paced. It is intense. I work one-on-one with you for 6 weeks as a one-on-one, and or I also use the same program for my group uh, online live course, which is the Beauty Pro intensive. And I do it as a group every so often, and then I also offer it one-on-one. And you get homeworks and downloads and one-on-one attention, and then I teach a class and you pick up where you need, and it's very fast paced. And this helps you really develop as a professional in time management, boundary setting, mindset, budgeting, hourly rates. Like, it's a very structured format, but it's a one-to-one program. And so I encourage you that if you feel you are a taker and you know this about yourself and you want to change, definitely enroll in one of these programs. If you are an ultra giver and you are burned out, overwhelmed, and just dead, sign up for one of these programs, because I'm going to help you to dial it back You need to reel it back in so that you can live your best life. And takers, you need to dial it up and be on fire for others. And I want to help you with those. And the people who have taken my programs, they are so renewed. They are totally living their lives like amazing. It is amazing how their lives have changed so drastically after taking these programs. So, with that, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let you think about what you need to do for yourself as a professional and as a human being. But if you do have questions, please, by all means, send me a DM, send me an email. Let's talk about this. Let's see how I can help you and play a very small role in your life and in your career. And it's going to change your life. Transformation is what it's all about. And so I look forward to hearing from you. And until then, I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. If you loved this episode, subscribe to the BeautyPro podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave your reviews, stars, feedback so I can continue bring the content you deserve and want most. Your feedback fuels this podcast. The more you give, the more you get back. You can follow me at The BeautyPro Coach on Instagram and Facebook. Want to contact me directly? Email me at befree@goldentruthcoaching.com.